Hey YouTube, Cursor4 here with my first ever locomotive review. And what better locomotive to review than my first Bachmann branch line class A1. Now this is currently my only British engine that I own. Now this is the new style Bachmann packaging. I kind of like the color. I kind of like the look of this box over the old one. It's got the nice blue with the red down here, www.bachmann.co.uk. Then of course the Bachmann branch line logo here. Now, this is a 176th scale engine, much different from my fleet of 187th scale engines in rolling stock, but it runs on the same track. And when I have it up next to, say, my Bachmann GS4 or number 4449, it is roughly about the size it would be in real life compared to the GS4. Now, it is the Tornado in BR green early emblem, item number 32-550B, and it is 21 pin DCC ready. Now let's get to the locomotive itself. Put the outer sleeve off to the side. Now that does have a brief history on the back, and I will either try to put the brief history in the video description, or I will put it in there. Most likely I will. Now this is the new Bachmann ice block packaging. I will take and do a review, well, not a review, but just a video comparing the two different ice block packaging, the American one and the British one. Now for this, unlike the American one where it's got a flap on both sides, this, well, the British ones only have a flap on one side. And then they just flip open. Now I have taken out of the box already, hence why the various documentation such as the guarantee information and the instruction manual and the collector's club card weren't in the box. And when I had it out of the box, I did take and apply the different bits of detailing, such as the cylinder drain pipes down here on the bottom of the cylinders, the steps right up here. I'll try and scoot the locomotive closer so you can see them. I took and put on the cylinder drain pipes here, and the steps, the white headlamps on both outer lamp irons on the front, this brake rod, well, brake pipe, sorry. I did have this on the front coupling hook, but that fell off when I pulled it out of the packaging just now. But I didn't glue it into place, I just put it on there. Now the engine does have sprung buffers, and I did put on the etched brass nameplates that came included with the engine that do say Tornado on them. And then there's this little plaque right down here. I can't tell what it says, and and the camera on my 3DS isn't good enough to pick it up. So if someone could take it in the comment post what it really says, and what it says on there, go for it. Then I've got the brake rigging on down here, but you can't tell that because it's under the locomotive. And going towards the front of the locomotive, well, the middle of the locomotive, I do have the cab doors glued into place, and there is a detailed cab with painted throttle, reverser wheel, and all the different piping on the boiler back head. Does have little bucket seats in there, so if you want to put a driver that's sitting down, you can. And again, not like you can tell. It's not like you can tell, but I do have the brake rigging that came with it for down here applied. And then on the back, much like with the front, I've got a brake pipe right here. And then again, just like with the front buffer beam, sprung buffers. Now, a couple of things I like about this version of the Tornado compared to the previous apple green one. This one has the bell whistle on the correct side of the cab for the locomotive as it appears now, and as it was built. And you know how on the apple green version it had the water scoop on the bottom of the tender? Not anymore. They removed the water scoop. I'm guessing it was to make room for the holes for the speaker, or for a speaker if you wished to put one in there, or for the connecting wire. Dropper back up here. I'll worry about that later. Now this builder's plate right down here, I can read it right here, and it does say Darlington 2008. I can't read the works number, but if someone can take and put in a comment what the works number is, again, that'll be much appreciated. And it does have the little caution overhead electrical wire sort of warning stickers here on the firebox, and of course on the other side as well. And like it said on the box, it is the early crest. Well, the early emblem the early British Railways emblem. It's not DCC as the box said. Again, it is 21-pin DCC ready. I have a 21-pin decoder on order, as well as a couple of coaches. And when I get those coaches and the decoder, I will take and do a video of the Tornado running under DCC power with the coaches. But for now, I will take and show you guys the Tornado running under DC power, as recommended by the manufacturer before you take and put in a DCC decoder.